Alright guys, welcome on back. This is Antoine Ruff, and I have another informational video for you guys. I don't do this very often, but if you happen to enjoy this, or if it helps you or somebody else, please, like, subscribe, comment, all the good fun stuff. So as you can see, we have a bunch of things going on around here, and to do it all yourself is what's a pain. Now, each PAL actually comes with their own set of skills that they're able to do. So for instance, if you have ones that have, so this is, the land ball was the first one I actually captured. So you can see the hand icon on the far right. The hand icon basically means that it will help you build or craft anything. So if you're building something that takes 30 seconds to do, it'll run over, help you, and it'll end up being like 10 seconds. Or just as much, you can literally just, like, if you have a bunch of stuff you're doing, you can put the item down and it'll run over and build. Now, if you have a couple of them, so for instance, I have Lamball as well as Penglet. They both have one, as well as Depresso. So that means that there's three of them will sometimes run over and do it. And actually, same thing, if you want the stuff to just get done quickly, if you start building, they will all run over. And the more that are helping you out, the quicker it's going to be. Now, as far as I know, for crafting purposes, only one of them is able to help you at a time. So just to kind of show that off here, we don't have... We need more nails for stuff that's coming up. So let's get 5 stacks of those done. You can see in the bottom left, yep, he's already on it. And you can see it going down. If I hold, it goes quicker. If I let go, it's just going his own speed. Same aspect, if I hold down, it helps him out a lot. And it helps things get done a lot quicker. Now, as I said, so with crafting, only one can do it at a time. And then to level up your base, it's eventually going to want you to make more things. So right now it's wanting me to build a medieval medicine bench. I already built the beds. So, for instance, this is the berry plot is going to be one of the ones that's going to take the most amount of pets, or pals, I mean. So, for instance, you need to first sow the seeds, or you have to build it, so you're going to want a builder to help you. Then you need to seed it, then you need to water it, and then you need to harvest. And, ooh, sorry about that. Let me put you back down. So for that, you're going to want to look for, like, so for Gummus, I don't know if it's Gummus or Gumos. It has, you see next to the watering pail, it has the ability to seed. And then same aspect, you need one that will water. So you want one with the watering pot. And then alternatively, you want one that gets it. So as you can see next to the hand and in between the wood, it will basically harvest it for you. Now, as far as I know, it's only going to harvest, but if you have these guys, the ones with the boxes next to them, that will closer to the far right, the ones with the boxes, they will actually take anything that's been done, and if you have storage containers, they'll come over and just start placing them in the storage. And with the berries, if you have a food plot, they will just start putting them in here. So that way, basically, your pals are feeding themselves, because they do need to eat. I don't know if it shows on here. Yeah, so right next to it, you can actually check where their food is at. And they'll take breaks on themselves, like when they get hungry enough, they'll run over to it, they'll eat, and they'll get back to work. And same thing with stone. You want one that's going to have a mining next to it, so that one has the pickaxe. And same with the wood, you want one that has the wood ability. Now, if you're wanting things to go quicker, I don't know if I showed it off in the last video. Let me put you back here. I need to get you back out. So let's say you want one more person helping with the wood. The Ecthier actually has a really good, I don't know if it shows it on here, So they all have different levels to them too. So if it has a lumbering of 1, it's just going to do it at a natural speed. But with the Ecthier having a 2 next to it, it's going to do it a lot quicker. Now I do want the Ecthier on my party because it's the only one I have to ride right now. Sometimes I'll just throw it out while I'm doing stuff, and it goes significantly quicker than just any of the others doing it. Put you away right now. You're doing fine. And as it's doing that, then the ones with the other ones will start just taking it back like this. Now, the one thing I have seen, they don't really put them back in the same spot. I had these organized. So even if you have an item in a box, it's still going to keep... It's just going to put it in a box. I don't know if it just picks the closest one or what. But even if I switch stuff over, they'll keep putting it in this one unless it's filled. And so we haven't really seen... Oh, and also, same aspect, I think that is its only capabilities, is, yeah, fire. So with our Fox Sparks, its basic thing is literally just cooking. So if I go into recipes, set it to that, it'll eventually run over, and yeah, there we go. And it'll start blowing fire. With this, however, I do need to check. Doesn't specify. In same aspect, so for the furnace, I hit it to 3. It should run in, and yep. And then it will, same thing. And same with the other one. Now, with these here, this is the only one that you can't help with because it's lighting it up. And as far as I've been able to tell, you can't do this on your own. I just cancel. I really don't need that. Select recipe. Yeah. So with the furnace, you need a flame one. If you've already gotten far enough to the point to where you've unlocked RSOX, which I think I have RSOX in my inventory, yeah. So with RSOX has a level 2 kindling, so that's the same aspect. I can get this started and throw it down and then go from there. I really don't need charcoal yet. I haven't really found... Oh, it's for gunpowder. I haven't used it yet. Yeah, so it's just a kind of quick thing. Now, as an additional thing, I did want to go over to... I don't think I'm able to see it inside. No, so once you set them out, so if I go over and hit 4 to open inventory, I can go in and view details. And you can do this with your ones you have in your inventory. So another thing to look out for is what their passive skills are. So suntan lever decrease and incoming fire damage. So I mean that's more or less going to be for raids or if you're out fighting with it. But the one thing that you want to look for is work speed. Or just as in general, I have one that's not that great. Yeah, let's look at you. Ooh, this is going for an overall. Can I not look at your inventory while you're working? I don't think I can. I can do yours, though, because you've been giving me issues. Yeah, and so for this one, food drops lower. So some of them are just kind of meh. But the ones that you really kind of want to look for, though, is... So this one has a couple of them. So this is basically waterproof, water damage, grass attack damage, incoming ice damage. So this one doesn't really have anything that benefits for the base, but it's another minor because rocks are always a necessity basically. And another thing, if they get tired mid running stuff back, they'll just throw the stuff on the ground. So then you just kind of have to do their job for them. But at the same time, stuff that you didn't have to do, so you can only complain so much, right? But yeah, I think that's an overall in terms of pals for base setups. Um, listen, you can, and the thing is, the more you level up, the more you level up your base, the more you're able to have, and just make sure that each time you get a pal set into the base, you build a little bed for him. Like for this here, I just set up a kind of like barn for him, so that way they can go in get. I don't know if there's an issue with him sleeping outside or not, um, but because one of the things that they end up running low on is, I just know it says sand. I don't know if it's like a sand. I don't know why it's sleeping on top of there. I don't have the bed up there. Um, the show on here. Yeah, so you can see on the right it says, I don't know if that's like sanity or what it is. Some of them stay kind of low, but I think it has something to do. Now, Depresso would just work forever. Like, I don't know if it's because he's a nighttime one or what, but like he will just work all the way through the night, and as soon as sometimes when it's daytime, then he'll go down and sleep over. So I think that's another thing. Depresso is a nighttime pal. The other ones you can get during the day, or you can get them at night too. You can just find them kind of like laying down and sleeping, just like that over there. But some of them, I don't think any of them are spawning right now. But some nighttime pals, from what I've seen, just with Depresso, anyways, they prefer to work through the night versus through the day. So it's not bad to have a couple nighttime as well as daytime pals, because in that way you're basically getting something working around the clock. So if your daytime ones aren't, so basically as your daytime ones are sleeping and your nighttime ones are awake doing the work, and then when the nighttime ones go to work or go to sleep, the daytime ones get to work. So that way you basically have a round the clock job going on for the most part. And that really helps with getting in resources. I mean, there's 111 stone. Sorry, I didn't mean to throw you out. Get back here. We even have more. Just put that there. Wood has been a little slower just because I only have one versus the two. And she... the other thing I've noticed, and you'll notice some of your pals they just don't do a good job. I don't know if it has to do with the workforce aspect of it. Like some of them, so like the Nightwing doesn't have anything, so it can do it does have ×2 with seeds, but it doesn't have any passive abilities. But it's just one thing to take a look at. Like, so unstable normally means that they're going to just have a harder time as an overall. Oh, you can do that, just a few details. Sandy drops 10 times faster, or 10% faster, so that basically means that it's going to get more tired than any of the other ones. But yeah, so... And this one was probably kind of a lot. If you have any questions, just leave them down in the comment, and I will do as much research as I can. My biggest thing is I like to play my game and do as little grinding as I possibly can. So getting something that can help the grind for me is always a plus. That way, we can go out and explore versus having to just run around and mine and chop down trees the whole time. Alright guys, I hope it's help you out, and I'll check y'all in the next one. Peace.